You might have some eyes on you, Leo, or maybe you're just really feeling yourself. The energy is just so lovely connecting with you. And I'm actually kind of recording this on a pretty nice day. The sun is shining in my little recording space here. The snow and ice is melting. Everyone's super happy about that because we've been in this sort of cold snap. And it really does feel like maybe at this time there's something for you that is thawing and you are kind of coming alive, or there's kind of a sense of movement, of energy. And it feels very hopeful. It feels very much like spring that we are stepping into, but this feels like it is also about your energy, because I felt drawn to do your reading this afternoon. You've been on my radar, so I'm really enjoying this. Astrologically speaking, at this time too, we have had Mars retrograde in the sign of Cancer, and it just started moving forward again on the 23rd. And that really does feel like the sort of thawing, especially in a water sign where Mars was kind of frozen and it was hard to act. It was hard to do things. It was hard to get things going. There is this kind of movement and flow that is starting to take place. I did pull a couple of animal cards for you just to kind of really define this energy a bit more. We will get into the tarot in just a moment, but the animal cards I got were actually gazelle. And this was really, really beautiful because gazelle is associated with grace. There's often this kind of like awareness, this vigilance. Sometimes it can border into hypervigilance. But ultimately, like when I look at this image especially, this is a very calm, aware, and centered energy. It's very graceful, very beautiful. And it feels like spiritually, like you are almost being graced with kind of this presence or this calm. And I feel like it is also making you just feel more comfortable in yourself, or that is something that is available to you at this time. And it's making other people kind of look at you. And I'm not just saying that because of this card. I did also get the peacock, which is all about this beauty, this allure. You are very, very magnetic right now, Leo, is kind of the words I want to use. You are magnetic and desirable. Like there is something about you that really seems to just naturally have what you want gravitate towards you. So I feel like this is a good time to manifest, especially if you are kind of wanting a relationship or setting intentions or building something, calling something in, and doing so from a place of self-love and fullness of self. This doesn't feel like an energy of lacking, really. And I feel like you're also, some of you might be dressing yourself in a different way or styling your hair or makeup in a different way. There's just something here where it's like you are glowing up. That's kind of the message. I feel like you are going through a bit of a glow up, or you are about to, especially if you've been in sort of this hibernation, this sort of winter kind of energy. I'm really, really excited to see what the tarot has in store for you today. And before we get too far into that, I want to thank all of you who support this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you've been following around for some time already and haven't done so, really consider hitting that bell notification and the subscribe button. That way you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you, especially since I'm kind of uploading sort of sporadically these days. And again, all of this engagement helps support this channel and allows me to continue doing this work. If you would like to go work with me one-on-one and you're feeling ready for a deep dive, you can find a link in the description of this video for my website where you can book one of my services with me. And again, that is linked in the description. I will never solicit my services to you, direct message or as a comment or otherwise. And you can also find all of my other official social media as well, although that's kind of been in flux kind of with everything going on. And, you know, really use your own intuition and discernment here in this reading to figure out what messages apply to you at this time and what should be left behind for somebody else. Maybe it even feels good to pause and just really check in with your energy and really feel out what is meant for you at this time. You're also more than welcome to check out these other videos. They are timeless. And you can also check out the videos for your moon, rising, or sun sign, or really any of your placements. Just kind of trust your intuition in that process. So what are the messages for Leo? What are the messages for Leo? It's kind of interesting. I feel like I've been shuffling for some time. Nothing has come out yet. I actually think I'm just going to kind of do one more shuffle and I will pull for you. Ordinarily in these readings, I kind of just have the cards flying out of the deck. But it feels like maybe you are stepping into an energy where you are choosing something. You are deciding. Yeah. As I say that, the first card that comes out here is the Chariot, followed by the Page of Cups, or Daughter of Cups in this case. And this really does feel like you are taking charge of something. You are making a decision, and you're kind of just going for something, and this feels like following your heart to me with this combination. The Chariot does also represent Cancer energy, and this is kind of interesting because I mentioned in the intro, at the time of this recording, we've just finished the Mars retrograde cycle. Mars has actually been in the sign of Cancer, which for you represents your astrological 12th house of subconscious beliefs, spirituality, kind of the unseen. And it feels like you've been connecting maybe with your intuition and heart more. And part of this cycle has been you finding alignment with yourself, because that is also a message with the Chariot. You know, we have these wheels, we want to make sure that we are aligned before we go barreling forward. And it feels like something is happening very quickly, or maybe things have already been moving very quickly. And it can very much be about a relationship for some of you with the Page of Cups, or just about following your heart, doing something that is really significant to you. But I do feel like there is someone who is interested in you, at least one person right now with this gazelle and peacock energy. Someone has eyes on you, and I think they're very drawn to you. We also have the World, which is about new cycles, completions, new beginnings. Yeah, this feels like there's a lot actually that's happening. It doesn't just feel like it's about one area of life. It's kind of like a whole level up. It feels like in your career, there's some sort of growth or excitement or new calling, especially that feels connected to your intuition or creativity, or just connecting to that more. It feels like there's a lot of exciting things happening in relationships. There's just a lot of change that feels very positive and very aligned for you, Leo. Tell me a little more about this. We have the Star. Yeah, something is just like really aligning. When I think of the Star, I literally think of the word alignment. I also think of navigation, going in your soul's calling, a direction, a guiding star, a North Star. And again, it feels like a lot of you are sort of in this phase of life where it's just like you're very open to seeing where things go. You know sort of the general direction, the star you're following, if you will, even if you don't know the road ahead. But it feels very hopeful. It feels like there is something very positive. It's almost like your hope has returned again. It is kind of the energy that this is giving me, and I really, really like that. Tell us a little more. We do have the King of Pentacles as well, so maybe some of you are connecting to an earth sign, especially Taurus, could also be Capricorn or Virgo. We do have Aquarius energy here as well, though, too. So maybe this is someone you are working with, collaborating with, connecting with romantically. But I really do feel like, Leo, you are growing. And you are becoming more stable. You're stepping into this King of Pentacles energy. And maybe even providing to the people that you care about or the things that you care about. And it's like with this stability, this kind of like new place you are at in life, it feels like you're thinking about what you want to give back. And if you are in a place right now where maybe you're having difficulty with money or finances, and like maybe there's some sort of like financial blockage, maybe you have some sort of guilt around money or abundance, it's almost like remembering the life you want to build with these things, and that can kind of be like a motivator, or like the things you want to support, the groups you want to support, the organizations you want to support, like something like that. Like I feel like you are stepping into this role of providing or giving more to the things that you care about, to the things that feel spiritually and emotionally aligned. Two of Wands. Wow. Yeah, you are very much looking forward to the future and kind of charting a course for yourself, Leo. Maybe there is some sort of travel here as well, or planning a future. Maybe even planning a future with somebody is something I was kind of hearing. But I feel like you're making decisions here. Like, you're deciding to do something. You're saying yes to things. Like, you're saying yes to life. And if you're feeling stuck, if you're like, is this really my reading? Then maybe the message you just need to hear right now is say yes to more things, even if you feel like you're not ready to do certain things, or like you're kind of self-conscious about it. I feel like just giving yourself those experiences is important, and kind of like getting this movement, getting this momentum. I feel like following your heart, acting on your heart's desires is so important. What else do we have? We have the Six of Cups. So reconnecting with things that really matter to you. This could be about people. This could be places. This could be things that you once really cared about, passions, old hobbies. I feel like you are reconnecting with a younger version of yourself, or a more hopeful or optimistic chapter, maybe getting to the root of why you do what you do, or you made the decisions you've made, and there's kind of a direction that comes from that too, or sort of a confirmation. Wow. I mean, honestly, just like beautiful energy. And I mean, I was saying it from the very beginning. It just feels like a very positive reading. So I'm loving this energy for you. But what is going on for Leo? I'm actually curious, like, what has the challenge been? Like, where is all of this coming from? Maybe that's the question to ask. Where is all of this coming from? We have Justice. So yeah, there's definitely been like kind of a balancing of the scales, and it feels like you've been working on yourself for some time, or trying to make something work for your life. And I do feel like there's just a cause and effect. You are reaping the fruits of your labor right now, and it feels like however you've been healing, whatever it is that you've been working towards, there is a lot of growth that is taking place. Maybe for some of you, Justice could represent a decision that was made on your behalf. It could quite literally represent maybe some sort of court situation or legal situation working in your favor. But I also think of Justice kind of in a more broad context of representing bureaucracy, of process, of kind of organizations, institutions. So there could be something here where there's kind of a larger group of people or system that has made a decision, or there's some sort of movement there. However this manifests for you, though, it feels like there is a balance. The scales have tipped in your favor, and it's very much about cause and effect, almost like karma even. Like, you've put out good energy, you've done good work, and now there are good things that you are being rewarded with, is really kind of how I see this. Anything else for Leo at this time? We do have the High Priestess, so spiritually you are very, very strong. And your intuition is growing, and I think that's going to continue being true, especially as we kind of continue through 2025. Again, these are timeless readings, so maybe I'm kind of speaking to something that is sort of relevant to this period of time, or maybe it's just the energy is relevant whenever you are watching this. But we do have Jupiter entering into the sign of Cancer in the second half of this year, I believe in June. And this is going to bring you a lot of spiritual growth, expansion, things kind of working in your favor in unseen and uncontrollable ways. But this does also make me feel like it's important for you to follow your intuition. Maybe you go down a different path to work and you end up meeting someone or making some sort of connection. Just that sort of like level of synchronicity. So I feel like following your intuition, I feel like you're also just going through a sort of spiritual rebirth or reawakening. That could be a message for some of you as well. And your intuition is just going to continue becoming stronger. And again, like, we've been in sort of this challenging energy. Mars has been retrograde in the sign of Cancer. Mars is actually the weakest in the sign of Cancer and kind of unhappy there. So we started off 2025 in kind of like an energetic depletion. And I think people are feeling a little hopeless or having a hard time moving. And we're starting to move forward again. And the beautiful thing with this astrology, I made a short about this a couple of months ago. It's like the big turnaround of this year is that after having Mars retrograde in the sign of Cancer, where it's not happy, it's moving backwards, it's kind of delayed and stuck, and it's bringing up old stuff, old conflict, old issues. kind of working through all of that. Jupiter is now going to be coming into Cancer, and it's all about luck, expansion, and growth. And regardless of what areas of life we are talking about here, kind of the collective theme is that whatever you started off this year really struggling with or feeling unhappy with or kind of like burnt out from, there is going to be a major turning point later on, and this is going to kind of continue into 2026 as well. Again, don't get so attached to these time periods, especially since these are timeless readings. The time is sort of fluid whenever you're watching this, but if you are watching around this time of recording or in this year, know that these are kind of the dynamics that are happening. It's sort of the astrological weather, if you will. Wow, just really, really beautiful stuff. I feel like you are feeling more yourself than ever before, and like feeling yourself also sort of with your confidence too. Any other messages for Leo at this time? Anything else? I'm actually just getting no. I think there's just a lot to celebrate here. We have the Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles too, bottom of the deck. Collaborating, working together might also be really important, connecting with like-minded people. But I am just seeing that the battery icon on my camera is blinking, so I think I'm actually just going to take that as the hint to wrap up today. I'm not sure why the camera battery was so low. I just charged it, but it feels like there's a surge in energy, so maybe that's why. Anyways, Leo, it was a pleasure reading for you. I hope this lifted you up and that energy is kind of transferring to you right now. If nothing else, just do the things that fill you with joy. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. Maybe give that peacock, or if there's a gazelle emoji, I'm not sure. Really just kind of take this energy. You are glowing up. You are spreading your wings, your feathers, if you will. And it feels like now is your time. You can once again find links in the description of this video for personal readings, energy healing sessions, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, Leo.